There we've got Nicole in the lead with 41,250. Cheryl in second with 25,350. Danielle in third with 16,375. Chaz with 12,450. Tracy with 7,000, and Megan with 4,750.
And they're all trying to go this direction, back to the top.
Yeah. 25 for. Chad, 25 for. How much do you have?
So a bet has just been placed in my direction. Let's talk about that for a second. So Jen has offered to take Chaz. She wanted to know what kind of odds I can give her. I'll give you a fair. So she's what? Just under a fourth of the chips at first place. I'll give you 5 to 1. 5 to 1? Okay.
I'm officially above starting staff.
$5 sound fair enough? Sounds good. All right, I got some action on the game now. This is exciting. Perfect. Okay, so let's send it down the table and let's get this sucker underway.
Should be interesting to listen to you rooting actively against a player now.
Am I breaking all the rules? I don't give a crap because it's a wild, wild west on the internet.
All right, and we're off. All right, we no longer need to chip count there.
Stop throwing your money
Toby,
away.
I'll bet whoever I want to bet. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I miss Toby. Toby's been quiet today.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to get a word in edgewise today.
I got no chips.
Pretty difficult.
All right, Nicole.
Okay, Nicole on it again with the Queen 4.
Right. Right?
Megan's dust. Danielle's gone.
What did we go? 612? Yeah, 612 now.
Yep.
Let's take it back. I'm all in.
Chaz calls 1,200. Megan's all in with no cards. Tracy is all in.
Ooh, dicey. There you go. Fold them away. Good fold by, or good shove by Tracy. Well done.
Pretty hand, too.
9-10 suited. I wouldn't have minded to see Chaz just shove that in Tracy's face. It's oh so pretty. It's basically a flip against most hands.
Things getting a little more quiet.
I was going to say, you're getting a little tense over there. The short stack Megan will be under the gun. We'll see if King 2 suited can be enough for her. Pretty close, but I think fold's probably better. Actually, an interesting dynamic of this game is with the amount of limping that's been going on, waiting to have yourself blinded in to the big blind might be slightly more profitable because people have been raising. So if you can see a flop 3 or 4 ways when you're already in the big blind, and then you can just jam a lot of flops, might be a better way to chip up that in that fashion.
My big blind, Cheryl. There it is.
Thank you.
But I will defend because I have no chips anyway.
I was going to say, if anybody raises, she's almost priced in to have to call with any 2 cards.
Yeah, definitely.
If the 9 of spades comes, I'll take them.
I know I would be.
3 nines. 9 of spades in the middle.
And then I'll take a 9 in my hand. And that's good by me.
So I think Cheryl's also crushing in props today. So she just has it all going for her.
We're talking about it.
Just wait for it. Wait for it.
Danielle with the King 8.
Action on Danielle.
Just wait for it. I got a feeling about this hand. I don't know what it is. I haven't looked, but I got a feeling.
I swear, I was just thinking of that.
Cheryl lets the 9-7 go.
Apparently it's her favorite hand, but she must not like it too much.
Chaz folds. Tracy folds.
Good hand. Yeah!
Is there going to be a walk? Is there going to be a walk?
You want to just put me all in without looking?
Because I looked and I shouldn't.
Oh, man.
Yeah, if she wouldn't have looked and just raised all in.
Oh, yeah, that's gorgeous.
Jack 4.
Flat tire, baby. Flat tire.
That's right.
I had my favorite hand. I wanted to play it.
25?
I wanted
Yeah, they can go with 5-3s.
I wanted
I did. I had a feeling
Basically a
about that
fold.
hand. I was playing it to the end. That was it. Felt Oh,
You were
good.
playing it to the end.
I was
Duh.
playing it to
Well,
the
she picked up
end.
a few
I don't got no
chips there.
chips, I gotta play something.
You're right about that.
I folded king.
Half a
deuce
free
the last
round.
hand, I mean, gosh. I said,
My bad.
What were
I
you
still
gonna
would've
do?
played
if
'cause
you
I
didn't
would've
want
looked.
this raise? Just put her all in. Yeah.
and I would have played without looking.
I know.
Cheryl under the gun.
Me.
You would've won. I would've
It's her turn with the 5-3.
Yes, I would have, because
I was just wondering.
if she doesn't look,
Cheryl folds.
what's, I got a 50-50 chance of doubling up. You know what I mean?
Chaz with the
If
jack
she'd have looked and done
9.
it, I'd have to think about it. But the likelihood is still pretty good that I'm playing.
Tracy folds.
I can't.
I'm
give
gonna say,
away
I'd
that
like
I'm
to see
good.
some of these big stacks just start pushing people around.
That's it, you just call 'em, yeah, raise 'em.
Just a flatty, huh?
That's a little surprising there.
You gotta know the power of the ace.
Megan calls.
This is slightly more surprising.
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
I'm rooting for the 7 deuce. You let the 7 deuce in there, I'm gonna root for it.
3 players.
You never know. Gonna shuffle up here in a bit.
And the 7 deuce gets
So far, so good.
Action to Megan.
I'm not so sure the 7 deuce is gonna still be good
Check.
here in a minute, but
2,000 is
Bet
the
the
bet.
bet.
Nicole bets 2.
well, you made a mistake by limping the button with an ace, but at least you rectified the situation by betting that flop. So kudos to Nicole. Well done. Everyone agrees.
the golf clap.
The golf clap. Well done. Speaking of golf, Hunter,
I don't want to know any result.
I wonder who's winning.
I'm on fire.
I've got my evening planned out.
I heard Tiger hit like 3 hole-in-ones
Oh yeah?
in the front 9. Yeah.
I don't know if he'd still be in the lead.
3 more than the big blind.
Par 5s.
Oh wow. Hold out in par 5s, huh?
Thank God you're here.
You get the magic back.
I know. You're welcome.
You ashamed
You saw one of those girls from IHOP in the crowd. You wanted to impress her.
Action on Chaz. Chaz folds. Tracy folds.
Raise. Oh, we know you want to.
Oh my
It's that
God.
bad.
Yeah, it's a fold.
It's so bad I can't even get cute with that shit.
Here's where I get in trouble. I just ship it there without even looking most of the time.
The 10-4 on the button.
I don't even look. Yeah, if it folds around to my button, I just shove.
If Cheryl didn't have such a big stack, I would say yes.
Set of clubs!
Nice, nice
10
flop
club.
for Danielle.
10 of clubs has been hot.
Does somebody have the 10 of clubs?
Yeah, Megan does. She's.
I couldn't tell.
I think she's up like $4,000.
Danielle bets 2,400. Cheryl folds.
Flops the nuts and leads out.
Yeah, she's kind of done things a little bit backwards today. There's been times where she's
There you go.
checked the nuts. I mean, out of position, but her proverbial nuts for the most part. She's checked it out of position, hoping someone to bet. This time she's out of position and she let
There's
out.
no
And
cameras in the bathroom.
she's kind of zigging when she should be zagging, and vice versa. So it's always a
I've
learning
had
curve.
I've had days like that.
Mama said.
Okay, good. 'cause I-
Actually, months like that, I think.
You'll see.
Mama said there'd be months like that. There'd be years like that too.
My mama said.
You'll see. Disappointing.
Dreams can come true.
Show.
That's what my mama said.
Action on Tracy.
I think we're gonna find the fold pile, the 3-4. Nicole following suit. Megan.
Megan is just absolutely card dead.
I'd like to see her make it 25.
Horrible. Horrible.
Danielle bets 3,300.
A little bit more than that, but not a whole lot.
It's gonna, by raising that large, it's gonna make Chaz make a decision right away.
Well, my decision here is real easy.
Did she's figuring it out. He's working a boom, looking good.
I don't know. Bouncing a little bit though.
That's okay.
Calls 33.
Yeah.
Flatsy Patsy. Since I have a rooting interest, I'm thinking of a flop. Excellent start.
Check. All in.
That's weird. The audio got off a little bit. Looked like you said check and all in one breath.
Eh,
Whoa! go.
I know, Tobes.
Button's correct.
Stupid ass.
That helps my
I get called that a lot.
my wager.
Yeah, I think
Danielle's just been like just quietly just doing her thing, finding her way
Once
through
you
the
get quiet,
field.
You don't have to say anything.
I'm not sure I could flat there with 8s. I think I either ship it or fold them with that stack.
I agree.
Oh my god.
Because there's just so many times an overcard's coming out to your 8. Then what do you do then?
Damn.
You fold. Yeah, I'd rather get it in the middle. Danielle's been playing pretty tight, so she might even fold a hand like Ace 10. So I think Ace 9 maybe also gets folded.
Danielle folds.
I love you.
There's my favorite hand.
Go.
Cheryl calls
10-8?
12.
10-8 suited. I do not mess around.
Call 12. Check.
Woo, look at this. Friendly.
I don't have a favorite hand.
3 players.
No ace.
I hate
No
them
ace.
all.
Oh, it was almost the 10 o'clock,
Got
but
it.
I wasn't.
Okay.
Wait, there's my 10.
See, 10-8 never loses.
I'm out a long time ago.
Check to Tracy. Check.
It's 4 hours the clock.
Cheryl bets 25.
What is this right there?
I'm at 25. 2,500 and 2 folds.
And Cheryl's gonna take it
Win
down.
another one.
She has a lot less chips than I thought she did though.
Well, she went on a
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know.
Nicole.
She dumped a lot of chips for a while. Didn't get any hands. Was calling some raises. Wasn't hitting.
Mm-hmm.
She chugged a bottle of whiskey while we were outside.
Then she chipped back up when she got that hand against
Oh,
Julie.
my bad. My bad.
Yeah, she was down almost to 22,000, I think.
Well, now she only has about 26.
Well, she got up to close to 30 after she beat Julie, or a little over 30.
I guess that's what shows you the these blinds are getting up there, and they will eat you alive.
Yeah, you don't win a hand for a few orbits, and it gets tough.
I think
That's why this is the time to be aggressive. Eat aggressive.
Danielle folds.
we'll have to do that.
1,800 in a pot every hand.
Cheryl folds.
I mean, if you scoop up a couple of those, I mean, you're increasing your stack by like 25%. Maybe more, like 3 of those, but
All in.
Wow.
Folds.
is that accurate? Does she have 15K?
She doubled up, so she may.
When did she double up though? She only had 12K at break.
It was right before break. She doubled up,
Alright, I got 3 behind my big blind.
I believe.
She has way less than that. She has like 5, like
5.
under 10K or so.
What's up?
I wish you would have. I mean, I would.
Either way, we'll figure it out.
Anyways, but nobody just-
As long as she doesn't ship it,
I mean,
I'll be fine.
regardless.
Said I'm loose. Well.
Are we talking about cards?
Uh-oh.
That's a whole different story.
We're getting into sex comments now, guys.
Oh, and I missed it.
So what do you call someone that plays a lot of hands?
Okay.
I don't know what.
Loose? They were just making sure they were still talking about
Give me an Irish car bomb, please.
their poker game.
Ah.
Yeah, they went that direction. Just repeating.
But look. Alright, look. Go ahead, Mike. I haven't looked
You looked
yet.
already?
Do you want me to look first?
Yet.
You want me to look first?
No.
What's it gonna be?
Can I have this dollar?
Oh, is that mine?
All in.
You got to.
Do you want me to look before you decide?
No, I'll call.
Oh goodness.
Let you decide.
Alright. Big blind
Let's see what
checks.
happens.
$1,200 could have been hers if she just went all in.
Nicole.
3,000.
Why not raise pre-flop if you're gonna do that?
Exactly. If your hand is irrelevant, then you should always just be shoving
Yeah.
people up.
Yeah, you would have went all in if you had a king.
I would have had to go all in. I have a 3,000.
Sorry.
That would have been a call. Oh, wait.
So I hope some of these moments here, I hope no one takes them to heart. We're just trying to explain what we would do, in our opinion, the best possible interpretation of how to play a hand. So when everyone's rewatching this game, hopefully you take that to heart and think, how can you maximize your win percentage? Is shoving Jack 9 blind on blind versus a super short stack, is that gonna be profitable for you? More than likely, yes. So hopefully we're not offending anyone when we're talking about how you play. We're just trying to help you and help our viewers into maximizing their profitability.
What am I in for right now?
6.
In for 600.
All right. Yep.
Again, we'd like to thank Todd for dealing today. Very nice of him.
Done a pretty good job too.
Oh, great job. I think this is an all-in. She does not have 17k.
Chaz bet 3,000.
All right.
Tree.
All right.
3,000.
So this might be a
I can't believe Julie took those cookies.
kind of a stop.
She did? I was gonna ask
This would be a bit of a
her.
stop and go
I don't-
method as well if she does get called.
Where'd they all go?
So Megan must have a thinker.
Don't take the cookies. I can't believe she left.
They were good.
No, Julie like won.
Did it?
Yeah, it's a call.
Well,
Let's get it in the middle. 9-10's not too bad.
Out, but she could have stuck around. Been nice and friendly.
I don't
with
think
us.
you can fold.
But she is a small blind, so she doesn't get the rest of the round for free.
I think it's 100
But-
more. Or even. It's even. I got 3 even.
Oh, wow.
Got exactly 3. Call.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. All in for 3.
The blind just went up, so I gotta play.
Now this would be sick if Danielle shoved
I do. I have to. I do.
and
Tell me
folded
about
out
what you
Chaz.
found out.
Danielle,
You gotta
No,
work up.
just
Come on,
flats.
triple up.
okay.
Hit me, baby.
I am not quite sure what I'm rooting for.
Ooh, I feel good. I can't look. Me too. Did you look?
At this point,
Not that.
at this point, I'm rooting for a deuce.
All in.
Running Jack Queen.
That'll also work. So now,
7,400.
Chaz just went all.
so she had 10-4 altogether, 10,400.
I'm pretty sure you win, lady. Yep, pretty much.
Megan needs runner here.
Running 10s, running 9s, running Queen Jack.
And
That's
that'll
gonna
do it.
Sit there.
Oh, I fucking know.
Good game, Meg.
Not really.
She's upset, but I mean, honestly, she was handcuffed the majority of the game.
Yeah, she was card dead a lot.
When she goes back and looks at this, she'll see that there's a few things she could have done differently, but for the most part, her hands were pretty awful, and she had a fairly active Nicole on her right, so it kind of made the game a little tough for her.
Well, we'll be getting Megan here to do a bust out interview.
Talk shit.
She might be a little too shy, so we'll see if we can coax a couple words out
Yeah,
of her.
see if we can get her to talk.
It looks like more than 10. Count them again.
Might have to promise her a beer or something.
If I had beers to offer, I would use that as a
I love you though.
as a
I love
method,
you,
but I
though.
actually don't have any beers.
Dead button.
I gotta get ready. I
Got
gotta
an
do
interview.
my interview. I gotta go
Oh,
get an
sounds
interview.
like she's excited about the interview.
Do not molest my
The-
future
the button
boyfriend.
is dead because Megan was knocked out.
You gotta keep talking about it.
I think somebody likes you, Trev.
Like you gotta rub it in like.
Was not prepared for that.
Who does the interview? Trevor. Chaz is waiting.
I am
Hands
I
off,
am
Trevor.
I am full on blushing right now.
Sorry. Chaz wants to know about
I knew they weren't talking about me. So.
I wasn't sure. I didn't know. Everyone has their yeah. Are my cheeks red? Can you see
Yeah.
them?
The old fat guy's usually not real popular.
Blinds are up.
Nope. I'm just white and almost see through still. I'm gonna close down chat because I can't get it to work over here. Well, maybe.
Not yet.
So we need to clear out this last hand so we get the next hand ready to go.
You know Trevor can hear you, right? Yeah.
Where's camera? Where's
I think I'd be scared if I was you.
Oh, brother.
No.
I still got ring on my finger, right? It's not invisible.
I don't think anybody cares.
Sure doesn't sound like it.
All right, I'll
I
let
really
you-
wish I could see the chat right now because I'm guessing you guys are having a really good time with all of that. But I think Paul's gonna exit here in a moment, and we're gonna get Megan in here and hear her thoughts on the game.
The dealer shouldn't have been Megan because she got knocked out.
No, you'd know.
Go ahead and toss on the headphones.
And then Chaz.
And my ears, right?
Yeah, I don't know where else you put those, but if you have any suggestions, I'm willing to listen.
What do we talk about now?
Just, like politics, religion, that kind of stuff. Just joking. So anywho, welcome back to the Bust Out
Oh
booth.
yeah, thanks. I'm so happy to be here.
That's basically
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
that's basically the consensus.
Good,
When people come
yes.
see me, they are always so thrilled to hang out with me.
He should be.
But honestly, I feel like you're fairly handcuffed most of the night.
I do like that though.
y-
Oh, poker. Yes. No, that was terrible. Like I. Had
Why couldn't you been the first bust out? We could have talked for the last 3 hours.
Dude, I would totally sit here and talk to you all night. I got nothing. Like maybe I should have played my King Deuce all in, like first act, but that's tough. I don't know.
That was the one questionable spot. But then I talked about it. The way the game has been playing with so many limp pots, the fact that you could see the next hand, quote unquote, for free,
Basically.
but the possibility of also having like 4 people limp in could give you the option of winning it in another fashion.
I know. But
The king 2 was right on the cusp of shoving or folding.
Yeah.
I think either one I have been pretty fine with.
Yeah. Well, thank you, but it was just I don't know. There's nothing. I don't know what I could have done. I mean, I'm playing with a bunch of donkeys, so no matter what I do, they're just gonna call.
From
so.
her mouth, not mine.
No, I'm just kidding. They're doing a good job.
They-
I just didn't have any cards to play with, and I finally got not even suited, but at least connected. So I thought 50-50. If it's just me and Chaz, maybe I got a shot.
Oh, I mean, the 9-10 was like the only thought was since you were a small blind, you'd have another orbit of free poker.
But I only had
But
2,000
by
behind.
the time the money was already in there, the math said you had to call. You're rarely more than like a 3-to-1 dog, so
Yep.
the money said so.
Well, that and the blinds were going up the very next hand. So my 2,000 chips behind is 0, basically.
Right.
Everybody's gonna call because
Yeah,
that's the way
it's
been
basically
going.
meaningless. You're not getting anyone to fold ever
Nope.
unless you bribe them in some other fashion, which I wouldn't
We'll
put
talk
it past
about
you.
it another time.
So do you think the table is gonna be silent now that you're not out there?
They asked me to stay out there and not do this so that I could chat with them, but they've lost that privilege when they took me out.
Yeah, that's on them. That's not on you. That's their problem.
But we can sit and chat all day.
Heck yeah, we will.
Cheryl's checking the nuts. What is she doing? She doesn't even check when she has it. Doesn't have it, doesn't matter.
This is a really interesting spot.
Oh, go Chaz. Why is Cheryl? What?
We lost. This is ground control to Major Tom.
Oh, maybe Chaz
Lucky y'all missed.
folded?
That's all right.
I think it got mixed up on
No,
the
Chaz won.
on the tablet. So her cards got folded on accident. What are you gonna do? Besides that. So
that hand to be shown.
so you were definitely the table captain out there,
Well,
whether you're playing or not.
I like to have a good time. And if I'm going to be sitting here, spending time away from my loved ones, with my other loved ones. I'm
Right.
sitting with my other loved ones, but
Exactly.
then I'm going to enjoy it.
I think you did a good job. I think
Thank you.
there was definitely a successful endeavor on your part.
Well, it's better if they don't talk and it's just me.
I think we have some tape. We could have muzzled everyone and just allowed you to just run wild.
That'd been fine. I actually was more quiet than usual because I have a non-filter issue.
Yeah, my
that
mom might be watching.
I was working on.
Yeah.
Very adamantly. I was doing a really good job, which you might not know that, but I have a lot of dirty thoughts that I've kept out
Here's
of
what
play.
I said earlier. I said we share a brain because we actually at one point we were singing at the same time.
Were we really?
We were
Nice.
harmonizing beautifully. And I said we share a brain, and you say all the dirty things that I cannot say back here, so it works out really well. Even if you were turned down.
That was about 99% filtered. I gotta be honest. Ask anybody that's sitting at that table. Besides, I don't know 2 of the people there, but I do now, and they seem like lovely people.
I'm sure, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, I was about 99% filtered. See Jen shaking her head. That's true. It's true.
I assumed so.
I got all kinds of really good thoughts.
Sometimes it's more exciting to try to filter yourself because it
You
challenges
see how
you.
interesting their talk is? It's not.
I
It's terrible.
haven't even noticed that they're
They
still
need to
there.
let me back
is there
in
still
somehow.
is there still a poker game going on?
No,
I'm just
no.
locked in, me and you, eye to
I know,
eye.
right?
That's all that matters. So it looks like they're readjusting the chip amounts right now because we got a little off kilter there. So we're gonna get that squared away. But in the meantime, we'll keep talking here. So like I said earlier in the broadcast, I didn't know anybody. So
Yeah.
this is a clean slate for me.
Right.
I didn't know what to expect. but you guys blew me away with, for one, your camaraderie. It's less about the money and it's more about just beating your friends
Exactly.
in the props
I mean, in poker, yeah,
and
props for sure.
everything. It
Yes.
just the whole thing is just it's a game within the game, and that's what makes it more fun. Like you could have been playing for $1,000 or 5 nickels, and you
Yep.
guys would play it exactly the same and
Oh,
have the
for
same
sure.
amount of fun.
We love beating up on each other, poker-wise, props-wise. It doesn't matter if it's for a penny, any money at all. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and that's been definitely enjoyable on my end. I think the chat has agreed with that. It's been super fun to listen to you guys be pretty cutthroat. It's pretty awesome.
Yes, we love each other so much that we're just like when somebody asked if Nicole and I were sisters. Well, we all act like idiots together, you know. And you can even razz. Now Cheryl's a very straight, serious, but you can even razz the heck out of her, and she'll play along, which.
That's key. I mean, if you have a stick in the mud, it's not gonna be fun for anyone. So
Did you just call Cheryl a stick in the mud? Is she gonna hear this?
did I compare her to that? Are you throwing words into my mouth? Because I don't feel
Well,
like
I was just talking about Cheryl, and you said if you have a stick in the mud.
Oh, I was
Now,
not,
wasn't saying she was
not
a stick
comparing
in the mud.
her
I just
to
said
one.
she's
I'm just
more
saying
straight than most of us.
you were saying that she's easygoing and she's able to flow with the game. I'm saying if she couldn't,
Okay.
That'd be a bummer.
Nice way to do that. Yeah.
and just like that, she wins a pot. So it all works out. I had that kind of control.
Well, she's pretty terrible at this game.
I
She
heard
just
I
has
heard
a
I heard her nickname is Shareable.
shareable. 'Cause
Shareable.
She's so terrible.
Shareable, like Charles Barkley. I
Yep.
gotcha.
It's the truth.
But
And
she
then you got me. She calls me the Tin Man because I don't have a heart, which I don't know if you saw that on there. But she also likes to play Queen 5 like it's aces, and then it usually hits for her. That's why they call her shareable. She'll play some crazy hands, but it works out. So that's
well,
the way
tonight
it
she's
goes.
been lucky. She's actually had quite a few really, really good hands, so she hasn't had to play the Queen 5 too often today.
Well, that would have been nice. That's nice to know. It's nice to know somebody was getting good
Well,
hands.
I guess if you want to get on Twitch later on tonight, you can watch this entire broadcast from start to finish on our site, twitch.tv/pokeronair.
So how'd I look on TV?
You looked and sounded fantastic. Top notch.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
It was a pleasure. I'll come back again sometime if you guys don't change the address or let me in or lock the door. You know, that kind of thing.
Well, if we have too many sticks in the mud, we'll replace them with you.
Okay.
And it'll work out perfectly.
Well, just one because it's like a 1-for-1 deal.
Mm.
Size doesn't count. It's like a chair.
Oh, so chair.
Right.
So one butt up, one butt down.
Right.
Got you.
Mhm.
Makes perfect sense.
Yep.
So we got an all in and a call. Tracy's all in for 4,600, and Cheryl calls with the ace 6, slightly ahead. But I did see an ace hit the muck, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, now she's rooting for the ace.
Right? Nothing. Nine.
Wait for it, and nothing.
Nice.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have another bust out interview here.
All right.
So Megan, thank you so much
It
for
was a
hanging
pleasure.
out.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure is all mine. I mean that when I say that. So thank you so much for playing. If you want to go hang out in the other room and entertain the rest of our players, we'll hear you in the other mics, and we'll have our comments from back here.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, I don't need a microphone, but thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
Chaz is the button, and Nicole's going to be the solo big blind.
If I lose money in this stupid prop bet, I'm gonna be upset.
The tables have turned.
I know, not in my favor, Toby.
Yeah. That prop bet's starting to look get a little scarier.
That's okay. I have full faith in the remaining players to help me save my money.
I made a silly bet like that one time with
That had to be a.
Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield. I think the odds were like 13-1.
I'll
I
hit
bet my uncle $20.
Ooh. And then Mike,
Yeah.
then old Mike ate some ears.
No harm, no foul.
Good button. That's my turn.
All right. We got another visitor here for Trevor.
Have the work.
Nicole is small. Danielle's big.
Welcome, welcome.
Thanks.
Well, obviously, you're not too excited to see me, because that means you're no longer in the tournament. But I'm hoping you had a great time.
I did.
I think it's kind of hard not to with these women.
Oh my gosh, hysterical.
They have a really good time. Alcohol's flowing, chips are flowing, chips are flying across the
Well, they're
table.
flowing everywhere except my direction.
That's true. You had a tough go. No real big awesome hands where you could double up or anything.
Nope.
I mean, that queen jack was definitely a hand you had to get in the middle. Just kind of got unlucky. You flopped really well. You had a lot of outs. You had 6, 7, like 12 outs or so.
Right.
You just couldn't get there. But so were you nervous at all playing on this table, knowing that the world could possibly be viewing?
I was at the beginning, but I got
The girls,
Thirties right
the girls
away.
kept
Oh
you
my
company
gosh.
and they allowed
Oh,
you to just kind of
absolutely.
ease
Yep.
back and just
Yep,
have a good
we were
time.
fine.
So Nicole gets another win here, stacking her chips back up.
Nicole's button.
Fuck that shit. What? Don't be offended. She's Carol.
Did you want to field that question? You want to explain the prop
Yeah,
bets? Were you
oh,
playing?
Yeah, the prop bet was just a card that we each chose at the beginning of the game,
Mm-hmm.
and if it came up on the flop, then we had to pay that person $1.
What was your card?
10 of spades.
10 of spades?
Hit once that
Ooh.
I caught, hit once that I missed, and then hit after I was out. So,
Oh,
you know,
bummer.
what are you gonna
I realized that Megan's was 10 of clubs because she always was not afraid to announce it
Oh,
to the table
yeah.
that she hit it.
do? 3 in a row she got.
Yeah, that's right. She
Yeah,
did. So looks like she was doing pretty decent on props, and looks like Cheryl's also doing pretty well.
Yep.
So do you have a prediction who you think is gonna win now that we're getting down to pretty short-handed here?
Nope, I don't, because let's see, Danielle.
Mm-hmm.
She was so low, and then she just started hitting everything.
Yeah, she's
So
definitely
she's building it back
she's
up.
been creeping back up. Same with Chaz. She's
Mhm.
doing the same thing. She was kind of low, and now she's kind of up there with Cheryl and Nicole. So
Cheryl's been holding kind of steady.
yeah, she actually started off with a bang. Won that huge pot starting out,
Right.
and then won a couple other big hands. So, she had a double stack basically from the get-go,
Mhm.
and she's kind of just riding that wave, doing her thing throughout the tournament. And Danielle just kind of been playing tight, just doing her thing, and finding good spots to get it in the middle.
Can somebody do a bubble announcement?
Wait,
Chaz is doing well too. She's just.
We could possibly blow some bubbles. I don't know.
Cheryl calls. Option.
I like to see Chaz raise this up. She's kind of groaning now, like, There it is.
4,000 on top.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is. I think it's fine for Cheryl to limp in there, but I don't think you can call after Chaz
No.
makes it so big there.
No.
But actually, I made a wager with Jen, and I gave her 5-1. She picked Chaz to win it all, so now I'm starting to sweat a little bit because if she wins, oh man, I might have to go to the ATM or something.
How'd she talk you into that?
Sell some plasma. It didn't take much. I have a degenerative gambling mind, so it wasn't very difficult for me.
Answer it.
Well, looks like we're gonna get Paul back in here. Thank you so much, Tracy, for hanging
thank
out with
you,
us. I
thank
appreciate
you.
it a ton, and
Go outside. No,
see what's going on
stay
with the
right
table there, and get back down to the action.
That somebody didn't put their phone in airplane mode.
He was a kind and gentle man.
Welcome back, Paul.
Hello, good to be back.
Button's right.
Buttons right on Cheryl.
This is kind of fun. We've had some visitors here back here in the booth, off camera, watching the stream with us.
I'm sorry.
It's nice having a little audience for once.
Yeah,
Usually just us back here trying to make each other laugh. Now we actually have some instant feedback. It's pretty cool. I switched my stupid Twitch stream to work, and I can see the chat room.
And what are we down to now? 4?
Yes.
So we're on the bubble, right?
On the bubble.
When it's over.
8 o'clock.
I hope it doesn't take 3 more hours.
By the time we
Oh my goodness, guys. I just got a text from my old lady,
We were wondering about that, me and Mark.
and I'm getting, no, not that part.
Oh,
She's making lasagna, so
Chaz calls.
my day just got much better. The blinds are what now?
1-2, I believe.
Okay. Oh, so it went from... Oh, we did have the 1500 level, didn't we?
Chaz bets 2,000.
Chaz with top pair, Nicole with a gutter ball, though.
Nicole calls.
10 will work. I like this aggressive side of Chaz though.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet.
Mm-mm. I mean, barreling flop is perfect. You know, you have top pair, but barreling again here is even better. If she gets a 10 to fold here, I'm gonna start getting really, really nervous about my wager.
Oh, wow.
Oh, brother.
That's going to
Oh,
move
brother.
her up quite a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
she's definitely moving in the wrong direction. That's all I have to say about that.
I know who I'm rooting for now.
Well, yeah, because you root for pain.
Yeah, that's right. I want to see some pain.
I will cut you!
Tell him, Toby. Oh, I wish I had the chat running, but it's not working. It's okay.
Small blind 1.
We will survive.
We just left to have Bobby talk to him now.
Yep. They can hear my voice. That's enough.
Cheryl under the gun with Jack 7 off. She lets it go. Chaz with Jack 5 off. Nicole on the button with Ace Queen suited.
Nicole raised
Nope, small blind.
4,000.
Blind
Oh,
on
was it
blind.
small?
Blind on
Oh,
blind
on
crime.
blind.
Danielle is all in. And called.
We
All in and call.
got an all in and call.
Cards.
8,000.
Todd's voice is very similar to Len's. I keep thinking Len's still here. I keep thinking he's like yelling from his camera position.
10-1.
5,
9,
6, 7, 8.
10-1.
10-1.
10,100.
Have they ever done a study on why you get certain songs stuck in your head?
I would imagine so, but
I just got
of any.
Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus stuck in my head just out of
Oh,
nowhere.
that's sad.
Problem is I actually really like that song.
Prop.
No good.
Now the king's no good.
Good game. Good game.
All right.
Well, looks like we're
and
gonna have
Good game.
our next casualty coming to visit me, and she is the Bubble Girl.
Are we not in the money? Yes.
They're in the money. They're in the money.
You want third? You want third?
Let's see if
You want
Dan
third?
can bring the chips count up for us.
Buy the big one. Yes.
Or no, Paul has to do that, doesn't he?
Solo. Knock out Danielle.
Yeah, knock out
Yeah.
Danielle.
So see if we can tell him telepathically,
Well, as soon as Danielle gets back here, I'll have Paul bring it up for us.
assuming they're right. We've had some issues with that today.
Solo big.
Nicole is the button. Cheryl is the solo big blind.
Okay, Danielle's making her way back to the booth.
Just have a seat here.
Oh, shame and a walk. Okay. Got him?
Go and set the headphones on. We'll have a few questions here. Well, my condolences.
Did you ask?
Being busting on the bubble is never the most fun way to spend a Sunday, is it?
No, I'm not really happy.
But on the upside, you did get the most out of your money versus the other bust outs you played for the longest. So your hourly rate was a little better, but your end result is still the same.
Right.
So I think like your strategy was kind of just kind of wait and kind of line the weeds and kind of wait for your spots to kind of get your money in the middle. Do you think that was a good strategy for you?
Yes, I think so. I think that that last hand, I was expecting Nicole to raise me on the raise me in the small blind. I
Mhm.
think she was trying to steal the blinds and
Just
just got caught.
super unfortunate. She actually had a real
She
hand
had
for
a-
once.
She actually had a real hand and I got caught.
Yeah. So now we're down to three-handed. Looks like the stacks are fairly similar. Do you have a prediction? Who you think is going to win?
I think it's going to be Cheryl. I think she's a tough player. I've played with her before, and
She started off with a bang, the very first
Yeah.
hand, and then she's kind of rode that wave all the way through. But sorry, I lost my TV again. I'm not trying to figure out what's going on back here.
she's a trooper. I mean, anybody could take it. But
Yeah, we'll see if she can kind of start. She hasn't really been applying a ton of aggression.
Mhm.
Nicole's done a lot of that, and now Chaz is definitely doing that. So see if she can kind of combat that and try to maneuver her chips in a little bit of a different way to try to accumulate a little bit more.
Right.
You're just not. Maybe you don't have cards. Oh my God! Let me knock you out of your chair.
Do it.
Are we good? Are we good for TV?
So we have nothing to look at. So I have no idea what's happening out on the table. But so pretty wild table.
Yes.
Some
Very wild table.
some wild women, if you will.
Yes. Very wild.
You actually were in kind of the quiet corner.
Yes, I
The
was.
other side of the table was a little more rambunctious, Megan. But do you like that kind of atmosphere where everyone's kind of playing loosey goosey, or would you prefer a more serious, subdued kind of
No,
method?
I think it was a lot of fun. I enjoy playing with the girls very much.
It was definitely fun on my end because I could just turn this thing off and just let them go because they were talking about the hands, they were ribbing on each other, so it was like perfect for me because it didn't make me do a ton of work there. But
No, it
it
made
was,
playing very enjoyable. Megan was a lot of fun. Nicole was a lot of fun. They all were.
oh yeah, so it seemed like them two sitting next to each other was just gas on fire. It was
Yeah.
Action on Chaz after you get the card.
The feet. What? Oh my god, one hand?
The
Really?
feet.
One hand?
Chaz bets 5,000.
It's three-handed, guys. Come on. Now
I think
I'm
somebody
gonna
just
try.
followed us, so whoever that was, thank you so much. I can't see it, but I do appreciate the follow.
5,000.
Yeah, customer.
Just a reminder, on Tuesday night we'll be having a 2-5 game with special guest commentator Bart Hansen. We'll be airing from 7 o'clock Eastern until 11 or so p.m. So tune in, join us. We always have a great time.
Cheryl is all in.
19,007.
So Dana, have you played with these women very very often?
Yes.
So on like a regular basis? So,
Yeah, everyone but Tracy and Megan. I've never played with them before. But the rest of the ladies, yes, I play with them on a regular basis.
so you voluntarily put yourself in this position to play with them
I
again?
did.
Braver soul than I. Not to say I wouldn't want to do it once or twice, but on a continuous basis, that is pretty bold.
My shoes aren't tied that tight. Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
Chaz folds.
Yes, the table commentary is the best part. I just sit here and just giggle. I said earlier, Megan and I were sharing the same brain, and she was saying all the things I couldn't say, and it worked out really well for us.
Good bet. I don't want you to have a free card like that. No, you really couldn't. I wouldn't either.
So it sounds like they're shuffling, which means they're probably still playing out there. I'm curious to see who's doing what.
You're right. Well, that's why she couldn't let me have a free one. She bet. Wait, why did you bet? Right. Wait, one more time. What? What's going on? What are we playing? Do you have a cheat sheet?
Go ahead, ladies. Just keep it coming.
Nicole folds.
Your jokes are way better than mine could ever be.
Cheryl calls.
I'm just gonna take a little break, apparently.
Check.
Ever since I left.
What are you gonna
I know.
Heads up.
Oh.
You should have protected me better.
I tried. For
Sisters,
Nicole.
damn it.
Yeah, 34-3.
Well, if you want to go ahead and mosey back out there and watch the action, thank you so much for joining me back here. Sorry
Thank you.
our view was a little interrupted, but I
That's
do
okay.
sincerely thank you for hanging out with us back here.
Chaz calls. Turn. Cheryl bets 4,500.
Ta-da! I can see again. Oh, 2 pair for Chaz now.
Chaz is all in.
And a big bet by Chaz. If somebody wants to send Paul back my direction, I'd be fine with that.
You've got a 500 next to the rail.
Oh.
16,700.
This is a big bet for Cheryl to call. She has a couple outs, not many. A king, 8, or a jack. she check a king? Probably not. Would she check a 2? Absolutely. Would she go all in with 2 pair? I'd say so.
Clock.
Ooh, ooh, we're calling clock out here now.
No, I'm just kidding.
Unclock. I did tell him back there I was playing with a bunch of donkeys, so.
She's trying to work through it here. I haven't heard any mention of the big blind special yet. She doesn't make the right fold though.
That's exactly what I thought.
So Jazz's stack's up to 33,000 now. Still
Chipping up.
10K behind Cheryl, but
The stacks are off.
again.
Oh yeah, we just corrected Nicole's.
Oh, I gotta check.
I will cut you.
That's what I had to say about these chip stacks. In counts.
I think we're updating the other 2 right now.
Polly Peanuts over there.
Good fold. 32-2.
Cheryl was 32,200.
Pretty much even.
Bear with us. Getting our chip counts in order. I want to see Chaz that has like 400, but that's my own rooting interest.
Should be darn near even for everybody.
Gross. It means I'm a cooler away from having to sweat out this stupid wager.
Can you just stand there?
I should just only give him 4-1, but I was trying to be generous and give her 5-1 and barf.
Yeah, the button is on Cheryl. Cheryl raises to 4,500.
Get him, Cheryl. Oh, crud. She's not folding.
No, probably not.
Question is, will she be raising?
I don't think so. She hasn't shown
Chaz calls.
the weak ace raise very
Nicole
much.
calls.
And there I expected.
Get
a
those
raise.
Three
aces
players.
out of there. Queen, queen, 9.
Check.
Don't check, Cheryl.
Let's see if she
Don't
c-bets.
check. Oh, you son of a gun.
First one to bet's gonna win it.
Got that right.
Nicole bets 4,000. Cheryl folds.
I'm okay with that.
Chaz folds.
You okay with that one?
Good job, Nicole. It's a 2 against 1 battle right now.
Or at that time.
Button is correct.
But in all seriousness, that was a good bet by Nicole. After it gets checked through once, obviously Cheryl's never checking top pair, and I don't think Chaz will be checking top pair on the turn either. So taking a stab on it on that innocuous turn card is a great play by her. Right, Paul?
I agree 100%. I was just gonna say I wouldn't have mind seeing
Right. I was gonna say we have just over 10 big blinds.
Cheryl throw in a bet there on the.
On the flop,
Flop, yeah.
that would have been the
You raise, they check it to you, throw a bet in there.
that would have been the best play in my opinion.
But it was a long hand.
And I like to see a raise here. Don't
She
call.
limps a lot.
Calls 25.
That's kind of been the trend.
Small blind calls.
Check.
And Cheryl checks. 3 players.
Which I'm not against totally. If you,
Check.
but
check,
you got to be able to bet.
You gotta be able to
Flop,
have a really
yeah.
good post flop game.
Yeah.
Bet 4,000.
If you think you can
Cheryl folds.
outplay your opponent's post flop, I'm all for playing
Chaz
small ball
calls,
pre flop.
4,000.
And she gets there.
Bingo.
Check. Action on Chaz.
How much can you bet and get called?
Well, Nicole's exact hand,
Bet
Nothing.
4,000.
but if Nicole had a 4, oh my,
Calls.
what am I know?
Winner.
Wow, apparently 4,000 is a magic number.
Club flush.
See, that's where these ladies playing against each other all the time. Where the value of king high goes up a little bit because
That was dirty. That was
there's a
dirty.
possibility. I mean, what if she had 5-6?
Dirty.
No, she missed it and she was trying to bet the river for on a bluff.
Correct.
I mean, King 3 is basically
I have one.
just a bluff catcher,
Oh, I don't have a
Yeah.
6.
but that's okay.
Chaz up over 40,000 now.
Don't remind me.
Just got to keep bringing it up.
It's okay.
That is service.
Button is on Nicole.
She did that to you. I saw it.
That's
That
all
was
right.
dirty. What?
Everybody getting a little more serious
I
now
have to
too.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, I have to try to win. You don't have to win.
It's all fun and games till
I
you
wanna
get
see-
to the money.
I was seeing Nicole go reverse
papers
over the top,
here.
put her head on frontwards. Take that, Slice alone.
The backwards rally cap.
That's right.
Absolutely. Really?
Cheryl bets.
So we have 37 in the pot. Pre-flop every hand, huh?
Yeah, I think she'll take this down.
Fold.
Keep on betting in the free world. I do think Chaz has the most unlucky seat. She is kind of sandwiched between the two players that have had or held the chip lead at one point for the majority of the tournament. But she's on the come up, which is a very dangerous position.
I actually believe, if I'm correct, she may have the chip lead now.
I think she does at this point. It's lonely at the top, though.
If you want to rock and roll.
Cheryl folds.
Walk it out.
Chaz calls. Check. Heads up.
No soft playing, please. Did you see some soft playing in that last hand?
Nicole does flop the better of it.
And I'm sure she'll bet it.
25.
She actually kind of mixed it up. Like sometimes I feel like she'll even check a 9 there. Sometimes she'll bet a bottom pair. So she definitely changes gears.
Enough to
at
keep
will.
you guessing a little bit.
I'm trying to do is keep it fast
Keep
as I
up the
can.
good work. You're doing a great job.
That's where the bus stop people were sitting. Daniel. Ah, I knew you were gonna do that. I was just thinking he's gonna try to surprise me after I called him out. I miss you back here in our duets we had earlier.
Well, you don't want to sing with me?
We can't play the songs anymore
Oh,
because we're on air.
I can walk away anytime.
As soon as we're done though, we can sing the night away.
no, not now.
I mean, I don't know what the problem is.
To be honest, I'm not sure I've ever heard your singing voice.
Okay.
It might be time.
You don't want to hear my singing voice.
Correct. Good. I've succeeded.
Couple 7 for Chaz.
I once had a guy at work had asked me how I could know the lyrics to so many songs and not be able to hit one tune.
6,200.
I have to get the job done.
Should anyway.
Cheryl folds.
My button.
We're gonna need a cooler hand here, I think.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was like, I think we're gonna need a cooler to get a lot of chips in the middle. Some sort of top pair versus 2 pair, or flush draw versus top pair, something like that.
Kings, queens, something like that.
Right.
They're in the back watching us. They're watching our cards.
I
Making
would
fun
too.
of my bad play. Probably.
I haven't made fun of one person today.
I don't think they're talking about us.
Oh,
And Jen's cracking up right
Buttons
now.
right.
I think they're
called you
talking about the fellow contestants that, making fun of them.
Oh.
Okay.
Your fellow contestants have also been very nice about everything. There have been no jabs whatsoever that I have heard.
Folds. Cheryl calls 25. Chaz checks. Heads up.
I know. I mean,
A lot of call checks on the blind
Mhm.
versus blinds.
Uh-oh. Chaz is starting to turn it on. Making me nervous. Jen's already trying to figure out how she's going to spend my money.
ever since Veronica left. That's her prop card. Veronica.
Veronica.
Buy a nice case of beer.
Bye, Danny. Thanks. We'll see you. We'll see you at the viewing. The viewing party.
Thanks for playing, Danielle.
Oh, that's right. They are gonna have a viewing party to watch it.
That's really exciting.
We have to have it.
Yeah, Missy invited us to come tape it. She said it should be even more entertaining than the game.
Oh, I think we should be invited to have some adult beverages.
We do it before then.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've been nice all day.
But they still.
I don't think I said anything that would get me a
Have I?
right cross.
I sometimes do it and don't realize.
Cheryl bet 6,000.
Cheryl raising to
I-
6.
It just, from my vantage point, it's so easy. Like you can see everything. I can see everyone's chip stacks. I can see the world. When you go on that table, which I've been on that table before, it's not that easy.
I'm like, what is she doing?
Oh, she wanted to play the hand, but had to use the restroom and decided to fold and go.
Sometimes your bladder can dictate what you do. Actually, that happened to me when I was playing the World Series a couple years ago. I just had to take a leak so bad.
Oh, and she'd have flopped second pair top kicker.
$6,000 is the bet.
Nobody's taking anything off.
Cheryl's
with two
getting
overs
Cheryl's
either.
getting back after it.
Button is
She's
on.
getting a little low. She's getting healthy again.
Yeah, you win 3 or 4 hands in a row, that'll do that to you.
Definitely helps, I have to say.
You can check your text later.
Actually, I was curious to see if the chat was still going really strong on my phone, but
Oh,
Dan thought it'd be funny and have an impromptu backstage look in. Thanks, buddy.
and there's the empty seat at Chaz.
The chat room?
Is she laying down the hands? Wait a minute.
Okay, yep, action's on the button, but
Chaz folded her 10-6.
call 25.
Alright, let's see it.
Alright.
Queen 7 versus Queen
Uh-oh.
5 here.
Could be the cooler moment we were talking about.
2 9 of clubs.
Alright.
3,000 is the bet. Go forward.
Nice bet.
2 in a row for Cheryl.
Have to put Chaz's blind in there.
Oh, that was kind of him.
They want to get them chips in there for free as long as they can.
They're like, Todd, hurry up and deal,
Yeah.
my man. Let's
Have
go.
have a deck ready.
Did you wash your hands?
Yes, I did. It took a while.
Let's hope she washed her hands. Yep, they're still wet. She skipped a step.
Action.
7 Dewey here.
Go folds.
Icky.
Cheryl calls. Option. Checks. Heads up.
Again, if
Couple threes.
I think if I'm Chaz, Cheryl keeps limping small blind into the big blind, and she's raising her good hands. So every time she limps, I think you should just raise, regardless of your hand.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, now she has a check mark, but
3,000.
Oh, and Cheryl bets now.
And called.
I'd like the little tank there. At least
mhm.
thought about.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what we talked about early on.
5. Cheryl folds.
There has been zero tanking.
Yeah.
The only time I had a real tanking was people got really short and they're trying to decide if they want to go all in or not. I mean, that was about the only long decision making we had throughout the entire tournament, really.
Yeah, tank a little bit. Maybe make them think you maybe had second or third pair there, and they might want to
Cheryl.
fire off another barrel at you on the river.
Exactly. Great point for sure. Yeah, I mean, if you give yourself a second or two, just kind of take a breath.
Chaz.
That might give the illusion that you're not that strong, and you might have a hand that's foldable, if you will.
Correct.
Chaz has almost half the chips in play.
Say what?
Chaz has almost half the chips in play.
For-
Just in case you missed it.
For now.
Okay. Action on Cheryl. Cheryl
I
folds.
believe there should be 100,000. She's got like 47 something.
It's probably more than that. Probably more than 100,000 after all the chip ups, but yeah.
Chaz bets 6,000 total.
running over the table.
Now up over 50,000.
Where was this? Where was this? This player the first 2.5 hours of the game?
She's just putting everybody to sleep, making them forget about her.
Is that what it was? It was a long con.
Yep.
It would be fucking awesome. Sorry, Ron. That's kind of like
F-bombs, no big deal.
Like, I'm the comeback queen.
Oh my
for
God,
a
we'll
reason.
never be able to hear the end of it.
She's the comeback
Comeback
queen.
Trademark.
It's hard to argue that, really.
Hashtag.
I think you might have got conned.
I
Yeah, don't
I don't like to admit to those kinds of things very often, but in this case,
Okay.
I think so.
Alright, you're like, hurry up.
All right,
Card's good.
get out of there, your queen 7.
Chaz calls 25. Total line.
Let's see if
Nicole calls 25.
the flop we go.
Wow, here we go, a three-way pot.
The Jack of Diamonds again.
Who bets first?
Check around.
Now Cheryl gets there,
Cheryl bets 4,500.
and that should be enough to take it down.
I would imagine. Blinds are gonna be up next hand.
I'll let you get away with that one.
Much needed pot for Cheryl.
But my, nope.
Yep, now right. Button is correct on Nicole.
1,500, 3,000. Another blind level or two, and everybody's going to be short stacked.
Yeah, well, I mean, no one's super deep at all.
No.
Hey,
I think 16 big blinds is about the biggest anyone has. Biggest stack.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, once it gets set up, you never know. It doesn't have to be fast.
There's an updated count.
If you want to give up and go out now, go right ahead.
Card.
By all means.
Nicole folds.
Isn't that frustrating when you're shorthanded like
Oh,
that?
and you can't pick up anything.
You're on a button, you're just like look down like this crud over and over again.
I know the feeling.
Cheryl makes a 7K.
Let me see. She might
Chaz
call
calls
here.
7.
Yeah.
Chaz defends.
Heads up.
Top pair for Cheryl, bottom pair for Chaz.
See how much she bets.
7,000 is the bet.
Half pot.
That looks pretty good. Looks a little bit like ace queen, a little bit like ace jack. Not giving anything away.
Just point out, 7,000 is just such a huge chunk of anybody's stack.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to call.
This is where it gets tough shorthanded.
Of course, she does have straight and flush draws.
Chaz
Yep. Makes right fold. But allows Cheryl to get a little more healthy.
Good play, though.
button on Cheryl.
I think in some instances, calling a bottom pair there is not so bad. But like we've seen before, there's been a lot of times where it has checked around.
Right.
You know, so people aren't going to generally check top pair there. So good fold by Chaz. Like I said, in some instances it might be a call, but in this one, definitely not, for sure.
Oh, look at that fancy fade.
Speaking of fades, I need a haircut.
Me too.
Cheryl folds.
Got to get one before our big game Tuesday.
It's gonna be tough. I think my lady's closed on Monday.
Calls 3.
Speaking of which, we are having a 2-5 no limit hold'em game Tuesday, 7 o'clock. We're gonna have a special guest announcer. You want to let him know?
Yeah, it's my old pal, my old buddy. You know, just Bart Hansen. You might know from Crush Live Poker, Live at the Bike, other avenues in the poker community. But he'll be joining us live from Los Angeles, hanging out with me, this guy, and other friend Dan Crafton all night on Tuesday to help call our action of our 2-5 no limit hold'em game.
And the following Tuesday, we're going to have a $250 buy-in sit and go tournament, and the first place gets a $1,500 buy-in to the Cleveland Horseshoe Casino quarterly tournament.
Which I think has a pretty decent guaranteed prize pool. So
200,000, I think, or
That's a-
250.
that's a lot. That's a pretty juicy prize pool. But like 50, 60K to first at least.
I know I'm taking that week off. I'm going to go up a couple times and try and satellite in. Nice little flop for Cheryl here.
Cheryl was thinking of a flop, and that was it.
Nicole bets 4,000.
Just flat.
Oh yeah, don't raise.
Just flat. Listen to me. Thank you very much.
8 would be brutal here, wouldn't
Don't you even talk about
Oh.
those nasty turn cards. Oh, I thought it was. I about itched in my pants right there.
Check. Cheryl is all in. Nicole folds.
it? Nicole getting super short here.
See, this is the kind of spots where I think she's gonna be upset that she didn't act a little bit more aggressive early on when they were 5-6 handed, when she did have that massive chip stack. You know, she had a short stack Megan on her left that she could have just been abusing throughout the game. Also, in her steal spot, Danielle's big blind could have been a profitable spot for her to be raising a lot on the button and hijack and cut off all those places.
So how long are you gonna be in Vegas?
So now what she's got?
Really, Dan?
3 big blinds, a little over 3.
I leave Thursday,
Yeah,
come
it's
back.
a pretty tough spot to be in.
Ship it.
Shovable hand here.
Nicole is all in.
How much is it?
Oh, and Cheryl picks up a pocket pair.
And this could get very interesting.
Cheryl calls.
They matched. Mine did. I don't like it.
Oh,
I love that
Oh,
hand.
oh, oh.
Oh, that's the book, I'm sorry.
Pocket juice.
Okay, we got a fair fight
I
here.
don't like it, but-
51. Oh, that was the wrong hand showing.
Oh, that's what this
So
girl
ugly.
had.
Oh, wow.
There they are.
She flops a ton.
I got too many outs.
No more.
Queen, jack, 9, ace.
Oh, I had
Not so
five.
much.
And we're down to
Okay,
heads up.
we're gonna be heads up now.
Yeah, good game.
All right, we'll bring Nicole back to chat with Trevor here in just a minute as we get to our heads up battle.
So she was the button.
You're down to 50-50 chance now.
Down the
So
button.
I do.
she cannot
Have
get a small
that.
blind 2 hands in a row. So she's the
Yeah, big
oh.
blind.
So you
Nick.
were the small blind,
Nicole
so now
was
you're
the
the
Nick
button.
was the button. I was the big. So now I'm small.
Yeah.
Actually, just moved correctly that
Oh,
time.
I
A lot of times it's kind of awkward.
I was
Yeah.
When
the
that
big
third
one.
person
Right,
busts,
so
you're
you're
kind of
gonna
like,
need
wait,
the
where's
What
the
do you
button
do?
go?
So you're the button.
But the button actually moved correctly that time, so it allows Cheryl to be the small blind and the button,
Yeah, the button
and
is
Chaz
always
to be the big blind.
small blind in first act.
and lose all our chips. Chaz, I'm not rooting against you because it's you. I'm just rooting against you because I want to save my money
Oh, you're not
for the record.
That's what, but
There we go.
So
60-40.
Cheryl has, you know, about
in the first card,
80,800 chip advantage here, but anything can change so quick. No one's counting their chickens, as they say, before they hatch. And it's gonna be an awesome heads-up battle. Chaz start.
All right.
So they
we'll
moved the
let
button-
Nicole's down here.
I'm confused. They moved the button to somewhere else.
Chaz raises to 7,500 total. Cheryl calls.
No commentary.
Come on in, Nicole. I'm not scary.
I thought that was
You're not scared?
No, not even the slightest. So Chaz raised pre-flop. She's still ahead here. I think a bet here's gonna take it down. You're gonna throw the headphones on so you can hear everything nice and clear. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your third place finish.
Thank you.
Not quite as high as you would like, but way better than 10th.
I just didn't want to not bubble, so I'm good.
I got you. Bubbling is like the worst. Like you'd rather go out 10th and go out and have the rest of your Sunday than bubble after playing for all those hours. But first time playing on the table, what'd you think? Did you have a good time?
Yes, absolutely.
How do you feel about the fact that every hand's recorded and you can go back and watch it later on?
Oh, it'll be fun to watch.
I think so too.
We're gonna have a little get
That's
together.
that's the best part. A lot of guys that are working behind the scenes, they can't see what I'm seeing. So the next day or day later, they go back and watch and they tell me what they liked and didn't like. So I heard you guys might have a watch party. I'll watch them
Yes,
together.
I
That
hope
should be
so.
really
I
fun.
hope so. You're
I-
invited, by the way.
Thank you so much. Maybe I will show up, and maybe I will watch it beforehand to make sure I didn't say anything where my feet were both in my mouth
How bad is it?
and don't need to get pummeled.
Cheryl raised to 7,000.
Anything decent.
the button.
Oh my god, 6 deuce off.
What's going on here?
Right.
I'm sending a code handout.
Cheryl's playing shareable. That's pretty common.
So I was given a note many hours ago before you were brought in here, and I was told to ask you about your poker book. Enlighten me.
It's a short story,
Okay.
and nobody listens to it.
No. So was it like 200-300 pages?
Maybe letters.
Okay.
200-300 letters, yeah.
So in this poker book, what all does it discuss?
Fold aces and kings,
Okay.
and stay away from Bully Julie. Are
Oh,
the
okay.
First two very
I've met her.
important.
We had a nice conversation.
Those
I
are the
didn't.
most
I wasn't aware that
important.
was her nickname, or else I would have brought that up.
Yes, yes.
But I mean, it rhymes. It's a good start.
Yes, it's very fitting.
So I'm not sure if you're aware of this. I, at this point, stupidly bet Jen that she bet me that Chaz would win, and I gave her 5-1 odds. That was with like 5 people left, and now here we are. 6 people left, just to point out. Thank you very much. And now here we are. Oh, that's a bad flop for me.
Cheryl, check.
With all the money,
You're gonna have to pay. I hope it wasn't
Oh.
a large bet.
yeah, just a couple thousand.
Just a couple thousand.
No big deal.
You're
I'll be going.
gonna have to pull your wallet out.
Yeah, definitely. But anywho, obviously, you guys are all friends. Very friendly.
Oh, and
Atmosphere.
Cheryl's betting into it. Oh, this is the last hand.
This is a pretty sick check on the flop by Chaz.
Oh, and yeah.
Holy potatoes. Will she, won't she?
Give me some kind of count.
I think it's a hair too much, but they went check on a flop. I mean, I guess you would check a 10. Checking ace seems kind of weird. This is goofy.
29. Yep. 29.
Yes. Yeah, it all depends on how much Cheryl has left here.
For an additional 29,200.
But sometimes I think people feel like they're too committed to a hand. They don't want to get bluffed. Or they feel like, well, if I fold, I don't have any chips anyhow, so. He still has about 30K, so. Oh, thank God. I thought you said I call Chazzy, and I was like,
No.
oh, goodness. So anyway, so yeah, you guys are all friends. Obviously, we're having a great time, making fun of each other. Laughing, smiling, having a good time, sharing beers and all that good stuff. So what was like your favorite part of playing on the table?
It really doesn't matter where we play. I just love to play with these guys. They're a lot of fun.
I think putting you and Megan next to each other was a bit of a catalyst for the table. I'm not so sure it matters where Megan goes, but it seemed like you guys have a special camaraderie that definitely ignited that certain
It doesn't
flavor of the
matter where
table.
she goes.
I think every now and again I can still hear 4 rooms away.
Yeah,
She's actually in Pennsylvania now, and I just heard her singing Bon Jovi.
Chaz checks.
So Cheryl's got to dig herself out of a little bit of a hole here.
Chaz checks. Cheryl, it's 4,000.
That's a good
Chaz
start.
folds.
Well, thank you so much, Nicole, for coming back here and hanging out with us. I'll let you watch the rest of the game from whatever vantage point you prefer. And we'll get Mr. Paul Boston back in here, and we'll finish off this game. Thank you so much for playing. Appreciate it.
Hold on, wait for me.
All right, I'm back.
Did you find any of those cookies?
I did not. Did you ever get one?
No.
Oh, I thought she was going to bring you one.
No, I think she was joking. I think she was just trying to put salt in the wounds.
I thought she said you were a jerk and she wasn't bringing one, but
I was a jerk.
well, maybe that was me. She thought it was me, though.
Oh, Cheryl started with a pretty awful hand, but that's a really good flop for her. All right, she's chipping away. She's coming back a little bit. So I guess we only chipped up a little bit. There's only 200 over the overlay for the 100K amount of
yeah,
chips.
we haven't chipped up much.
Oh man, I'm getting nervous. We're one nasty cooler away from me having to fork over some dollars. But that's what adds so much excitement to the game. I'm not ashamed of my bet. I'm an honest man. If I lose, I will pay up.
And
no big deal.
I'm not ashamed of rooting against you.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I
Is this real? Are we breaking or are we going through this?
I don't know.
I think we've had a very peculiar break schedule.
Well, the whole thing got mixed up a little bit.
Well, everyone found out that Chaz just peed a little while ago, so she should be running on empty.
Cheryl bets 8,000.
Ooh, just Chaz cutting out chips. She's Instamucked the last few times she's bet.
She's mulling it over. She's trying to think about what she wants to do.
Devious plans here?
Not this time. And we are inching closer and closer.
All right, we're going to take a little 5-minute break. We'll be right back.
Quick break. See you in a minute.
If you and your friends would like to play at the Poker on Air Penthouse Studio and have your game broadcast to the world, just give us a call. Your friends or league can rent our studio and play on our brand new custom-built RFID poker table, while we capture all the fun and action using 7 high-definition cameras and our live stream studio switcher. Play live while our commentators call all the action and bring your game to life. So if it's your league's final game of the season, or you and some friends just want to have fun, the Poker on Air studio is available to you. We can even take our show on the road and broadcast live from your event or casino. The graphics and sponsors on this custom traveling table can be changed to meet the needs of your event. Even better, if you would like a custom RFID table built for you or your venue, or would like to become a Poker on Air Broadcast City franchise, we can help you with that request as well. For more information, just give us a call at the number on your screen or email us at producer@pokeronair.com. Poker on Air, let's deal you in.